Hello everyone, dear children. I am Manoj Srivastava with you to discuss one more topic of the mathematics statistics of class 10th. So before starting anything, first of all I would like to remind you that don't forget to subscribe our school channel to get the latest and updated videos. So dear students, today we will discuss about the statistics of class 10th. In this chapter we have to study about the measures of central tendency. What is the measures of central tendency? Actually any term which is exactly the leading term of the given data, that is called central term. So how to find that central term, means leading term? These methods are known as the measures of central tendency. So what are the terms related to measures of central tendency? There are three types of: mean, then mode, and then median. These topics we have to discuss about the central tendency in this chapter. So see, what is mean? Actually mean is also known as the average or arithmetic mean. In the previous chapter, class 9th, we have discussed about the mean of ungrouped data. In class 9th, we already have discussed about mean, median and mode, but everything was related to the ungrouped data. But now we have to study about the mean of grouped data. So look at the topic. The mean, it is calculated by dividing the sum of observations by the number of observations. Like this it is defined. What is mode? Actually the term having maximum frequency, that is called mode of given data, this one. So these are the basic definitions. Already we know, in the previous classes we have studied so many things about mean, median, mode, and also median also. What is the median? The middle term of the given observations is called median, but the condition is this: the terms should be arranged in the ascending order or descending order. So in that condition we will say the middle term is the median. See, how to find the mean of grouped data? Dear students, mean of grouped data can be calculated by three methods. There are three methods. One is direct method, other is assumed mean method, third one is step deviation method. One very important point over there, dear students, in this session 2020-2021, the method of step deviation to find the mean, that has been deleted for this session. So we have to read only direct method and the assumed mean method for finding the mean. See, what is this method actually? Simply the mean definition we know very well. Now the mean of group data by direct method. This is the formula. We will use the formula in the direct method, that mean is equal to sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. What are these symbols mean? Sigma stands for the sum. Sigma, this symbol is used as the sum of, see this one, Fixi means the product of individual frequencies multiplied to the individual terms x, that is in the numerator, and it is divided by sigma fi, means sigma f means sum of all the frequencies. Other method is assumed mean method. In this method we use the formula mean is equal to a plus, here a is the assumed mean, small a, this is the assumed mean, plus sigma fi di means the product of individual frequencies and deviations and their sum, divided by sigma f, then we calculate the mean by the method of assumed mean. Don't get worried, actually whenever we will use these methods in the questions, then it will be quite easy that how to solve the problems. Let's discuss about the formulae only. Later on, first we will discuss about the topics, later on we will continue with the examples. Here D is the deviation. Deviation means the difference with sign, means difference of each individual term from the assumed mean, means D is equal to xi minus a. So in this way we will calculate the deviation D. Now how we will calculate the mode of the group data? See, we will use the formula mode is equal to L plus in bracket f1 minus f0 divided by a 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 and multiplied by h. What does each symbol mean here? See, the term L, the symbol L means lower limit of the model class. Now what is the model class? Very simple, the term having maximum frequency, the class interval or the term which has the maximum frequency, that is called the model class. So L stands for the lower limit of the model class, f1 is the frequency of the model class, f0 is the frequency of the preceding class of the model class, and f2 is the frequency of the succeeding class of the model class. So these terms means these symbols are very important, how we will find these symbols from the given table. So it is quite important, and after finding these values we will put the values in the formulae, and then we can calculate the mean, mode and median also. See, now H is the class size of the class interval. Model class we already have discussed. Now look at the topic median. How we will find the median of the grouped data? By using the formula. See, dear students, the formula for median is median equal to L plus, L again stands for the lower limit of the median class, plus in bracket we will write n upon 2 minus Cf. N upon 2 means half of the sum of observations, means n is the sum of observations, that is divided by 2 minus Cf divided by f and whole bracket multiplied by h. See, what is the very important point, what is Cf? Actually Cf is the cumulative frequency of the class, very important, cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. Take care of this one, that is the cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class, not median class, preceding the median class. See, what is f? That is only frequency of the median class. H stands for the class size, and in this way we can find the values of all symbols, and then we will put in the formula, and in this way the median can be calculated. One more very important point is there, it is called empirical formula. So dear students, you have to learn this formula. Empirical formula means the interrelation between mean, median and mode. So that interrelation is known as the empirical formula of statistics. What is this? It is mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. Okay dear children, in the next video very soon we are going to discuss about the examples related to mean, median and mode. In that one we will discuss how to find these symbols and how to use the formula for finding the mean, median and mode. Till then just wait. Thank you for watching the video.